what we want to do is look at what we need to solve and what is the best way to solve it. And when we think about Detect, what is a Detect product? A Detect product's job is to look for indicators of compromise and be able to reply to them. And an indicator of compromise isn't necessarily an attacker on your server. It could be an internal insider threat. It could be someone uploading files to the internet, or it could be RDP open on your misconfiguration. So we went back and said, how do we build a product that allows us to identify threats and automatically respond to them, or manually respond to them in the case of an EDR? And one of the nice things about ThreatLocker today is we have an MDR product behind our EDR, and we are the single biggest user of our own products. We've got hundreds and hundreds of thousands of endpoints. So every pain point in the product, we feel more than anybody else does, which is why John's here to make them go away.
Yeah, and actually, my second week here, I sat down with our MDR team and I asked them, I said, hey, look, if you could do anything today, what would you do? What would drive this product forward? And that's really what we're here to do, is we want to take this product and make it the industry standard.
So we released a bunch of new features at Zero Trust World. There's a bunch more coming in ThreatLocker Detect. When we built ThreatLocker Detect initially, we wanted to build it as a system that can be very, very flexible, very, very configurable, but also very, very easy to use. So we built things in like automated replies. So when you see an indicator of compromise, you can choose to send an alert if it's a low level maybe, or you could maybe automatically reply to an indicator of compromise, such as by restricting access. Now, I don't think you want to shut down a server automatically because somebody tries to run an IP scanner on it, but maybe you can do things like shut down admin tools until someone's looked at it. Because
and that's really the cool thing about ThreatLocker, is it really allows that granularity, because we're wrapping in all of the functionality into one suite that gives us that ability without taking down a critical server just to investigate.
So you could literally say, hey, if an indicator of compromise happens, until it can be investigated, I want to shut down PowerShell, I want to shut down Command Prompt, I want to shut down elevation controls of these programs. And that's obviously very powerful, because it gives you, as a SOC manager, or whoever the MDR is, time to respond and make sure that those files didn't get encrypted. Because the last thing you want to see in the SOC is, hey, there was an indicator of compromise and now the server's gone offline because they've rebooted into safe mode and they've disabled it.
Yeah, and I think that's really something, from a practitioner side, that's a lot of value, because when you're triaging an alert on, say, a critical infrastructure server, and I'm going to be nervous because I want to say, hey, I see something going on here, but if I take this server out of production right now, then there's a possibility that I'm tanking our environment for no reason. So being able to limit that and say, okay, I'm going to limit the scope of what this server is doing to just bare fundamental essential functions.
Yeah, it's Active Directory. It can continue to serve Active Directory, but
absolutely,
you can't open a web browser. You can't.
That's right.
You can't do anything else. I think that's really important. Especially ThreatLocker looks after a lot of different types of companies, from hospitals. We've got hundreds of hospitals, banks, airports. Obviously, we don't want to see airports get shut down, or airlines, because that turns into bad news stories. And even MSPs who don't want to shut down their customer servers by mistake, because if you shut down your customer server, you're the person that's supposed to be there to bring it up, not shut it down. So these tools really allow expansion.